Let's go.
What's up, guys? It is Brandon from the Two Piece Mandem, and welcome back to another podcast. I'll cut it out anyway. Was it Two Blacks Talk Football podcast? Is that what it's called?
Yes. That's what it's called.
You sure?
Just about.
Just about. So pretty much, what were we talking about in the last podcast?
We was talking about football.
Well, no crap. It's called Two Blacks.
Exactly.
What
What a question to ask me.
Yeah, we're gonna get into the questions. We thought it was like 20 minutes long, but it wasn't. It was an hour. That's what the podcast to be.
We got carried away.
You got carried away. What do you mean?
No, you got carried away.
I got carried away. You said rubbish. Anyway,
Right.
how many questions have we got? We only got two. So pretty much,
Nice.
we're gonna get into this. So,
Short and sweet.
as you know about what Gareth Bale,
Yes.
I actually watched his YouTube video. Was it on Sky Sports?
Yeah.
They were asking, but pretty much what's going on at Real Madrid,
Yeah.
and he basically said that it's not up to him, it's up to the club. So essentially, he wants to play, but he's not getting any game time. So he's like, okay, I'll leave, but the club's not allowing him to leave.
Yeah.
And to talk about discussing this in the interview, and one question that came about was, would any of the Premier League, let's say one of the Premier League teams would want Gareth Bale, made a bid for him,
Yeah.
would he go?
Yes, we got to Tottenham.
And so pretty much this actually leads on to the question. Should Bale go back to Spurs?
Yes.
Why? Why should he actually go back to Spurs? Why?
Because he ain't getting a game at Real Madrid, innit?
Yeah, but but he won't get as much money as he is at Real Madrid.
No, but I mean, let's put it this way: if he wants to play football, he'll have to come to Tottenham because Real Madrid ain't going to play him.
Why can't he go to another Premier League team? Why can't
Well,
he go to the Italian league?
He could. It's up to him. You know, it depends on who's going to offer the money to play to for him, isn't it? At the end of the day, it all comes down to money.
How much is Gareth Bale even worth? I don't even know how much he's worth.
I don't have a clue. But all I know is that at the moment, the special one's interested in him, and they're trying to get him to come to Tottenham.
I need him now, more than ever.
Well, where's the creativity in their squad? Show me.
I said Human Son, but obviously he doesn't
yeah.
agree with that. So
He's not really a creative player, is he? Come on.
he runs in behind and he threads
Yeah,
ball
but
throughs.
yeah, but
through
is
to
he a
players.
player that could make space for you and get the ball through?
You can make space. It's just passing.
He's not on that level. Is he? All right, I'll put you this way: is he a Coutinho?
No, but who's really a Coutinho, to be honest?
But is he anywhere near that?
No.
Well, there you go. And Tottenham needs someone like that.
That's like me saying, is James Milner a Coutinho?
No, but they need a creative.
Is Henderson a Coutinho? No, but he still creates.
Yeah, but they need a creative player. At the moment, we've got no one there that's doing the business. Their team at the moment is as dry as a biscuit. It ain't doing crap.
I think it just lacks enthusiasm, if I'm honest.
Well,
I think the lineups were wrong, if I'm honest.
Well, we got a change of opinion on that one, but all I know is that they need someone who can make. They need another Hoddle to tell the truth.
Glenn Hoddle.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone will actually know who he is. And if you do know who Glenn Hoddle is, listen, his football is completely different to this football now. So
well, go back on the old YouTube videos and type in Glenn Hoddle, and you'll see for yourself how good a player he was. Right.
Yeah, leave your comments down below if they think either Glenn Hoddle or Coutinho in that midfield.
Or what's his name, the French guy? Does he have a French guy?
Ruud Gullit. He's not French. He's Dutch.
Not French.
He's not even French.
What's the French guy?
Zidane.
No.
They could do with a Zidane though.
Yeah, they could.
Yeah, I think everyone could do with a Zidane.
What's his name again? Oh, he had a heart attack. What's his name?
I don't even know his name.
Is it Gino? No.
Ginola, I don't know.
Can't remember his name.
Leave in the comments down below if you know who it is.
Anyway,
If you know what I'm about.
French midfield player. Ginola, French.
But Gareth Bale isn't like Coutinho though. He's completely different. He's more of a right winger.
Yeah, but they need someone like that. They need someone who can also create in the midfield so that they can get the best out of Gareth Bale.
Yeah, but who would Tottenham honestly buy? Because Coutinho's, he's gone back to Barcelona. surprising. Well, not surprisingly, because
He's gone back to Barcelona because at the end of
Barcelona
the day,
realised how good he actually
they
is.
realise how good he is because he scored 2 goals past them. That's
So,
why.
yeah, which is kind of stupid though.
It's a
just
stupid,
like that.
stupid thinking.
When
And
I heard,
and
when
the way
Coutinho, I was like,
and the way things are going, is that Messi's looking to leave them next year. So,
next year.
well, he's going to leave them sooner or later next season. So, he ain't going to stay there. You got to be joking.
Do you think Messi's upset?
He's more than upset. He doesn't want to stay there. He's had enough of them. He wants to move on. He wants to go to Man City. You can see it. It's obvious. He's only staying there because his dad said to him to stay there. That's all he's.
Yeah, but doesn't that create an awkward atmosphere at the Camp Nou?
Well, of
and
course it does. But
would he even play as good?
He doesn't want to hurt the club, but again, he doesn't want to stay there. So something's going to have to give, isn't it?
There's actually reasons why he doesn't want to stay there.
Mm.
What was that? Reasons? Because was it the amount of the attempts of trying to get in Champions League finals? It's failed.
Well, he's the freaking team, isn't he? He's
Correct.
the team, isn't he?
Pretty much, yeah.
They've got all these players around him, but at the end of the day, the whole responsibility of them getting anywhere is on him. No one else is taking up it.
But do you think it's the amount of pressure that's been put on his shoulders
Well,
week
of
in, week
course.
out?
If he goes to somewhere like Man City, he hasn't got that amount of pressure on him, has he?
I think he has pressure, but not as much.
Nah,
Because then the whole
exactly.
team will be.
The whole team is
We're
pulling their weight,
responsible for
basically. Exactly.
It's mad, bro. Relying on one player.
Anyway, back to Bell. Yes, Bell. I reckon he'll come and play for Tottenham. I reckon he will.
I personally don't think he should go back to Tottenham. I think do you know what it is? I think all the pressure will be on him.
Well,
They'll heavily rely on him.
let's put this way,
Heavily.
right? Let's put this way. He could either stay where he is and just go and keep playing golf and getting paid a fortune,
No, but he doesn't have to go to Tottenham exactly.
or
He can go to
he
a
can
different
go
team.
to Tottenham and try and get a medal or two.
A medal. That's all you're gonna win with Tottenham.
Well,
what about going for a
It de-
title?
It
A
depends
major
on
title.
it depends on how long he wants to be there for,
Can I ask
isn't
you a
it?
question? If Bale goes to Tottenham, do you think Tottenham will actually win a trophy?
They'll win something if they have a few more players added to the squad. Yeah.
What few more players do they need? In what
Well, they need,
positions?
as I told you, in the midfield they need someone who's creative. They haven't got anyone there that's creative.
What else do they lack?
They lack a striker.
Well,
They-
you've got Harry Kane.
Yeah, but they need another striker.
A backup one.
They need someone who's at the same level as Harry Kane.
But yeah, they don't really have a backup striker, do they?
No.
And actually, speaking of Harry Kane, I think this is another one of my questions on. I've got bare questions that link in. As you know, I think I'd actually ask you this. So pretty much in the transfer window, I'm wondering why these two big clubs in England didn't go for Harry Kane.
Yeah.
One was Man City,
Yeah.
because if Aguero gets injured, then who they got? I know they got Gabriel Jesus, but he doesn't really do it.
Yeah.
But then with Man United, let's say Rashford or Martial get injured, they don't really have another striker.
Yeah.
So the question was, why haven't Man City or Manchester United made a bid for Harry Kane?
He doesn't fit into their style of football
How do you know that?
because he's too slow. He's a more slower type of player compared to the players that they've got
See,
at the
so
squad.
you're saying Man City's and Man United's,
Yeah, they're much
football's
quicker.
faster.
Yeah, they're much quicker. Yeah, they are.
but why can't Kane hold up the ball and just lay it into
I do not
Rashford?
know. You'd have to.
Then why they buy Lukaku then?
What do you mean? Why did they buy Lukaku?
Lukaku's not fast, but he links up with the play. Was it with Man United? Well, he did anyway.
You don't. Well, this is something you've got to be asking the managers. I'm not a manager. I'm just putting my point of view across. That's all.
Yeah, but don't you think? I swear that you can.
I do not know. You'd have to ask the manager about that.
I swear that you can link into it. Surely.
Who?
Kane.
What at Man City?
Yeah, either City or United.
You got to ask Pep about that, mate.
No,
I don't
that's
know. I'm not the manager, mate.
Great,
You got to ask him.
what a great guy, man. What a great podcast.
Well, you got to ask Pep, innit? I'm not a manager. I'm just putting my point of view over. Me personally, if I was at Man City and I wanted a player that I reckon who's going to be quick and get me goals, it wouldn't be Kane.
But he bags in goals.
He bangs in goals, but he wouldn't be Kane. I wouldn't buy him.
So where do you think Harry Kane should go then?
I reckon he's going to end up in Italy.
Italy.
Yeah.
What team in Italy? We're talking about Inter Milan or AC?
Inter Milan, AC Milan, Real Madrid, maybe even Barca.
Real Madrid and
Maybe even Barca.
I don't think he'll be in Barcelona.
You don't think so? We'll
Suarez
see.
and Kane.
We'll see.
It'd be quite
Because
deadly, but they're
because
both.
his game, is the way he plays football would suit Italian football.
Serious? Why? Because it's slow.
Hmm
But not all the time. Not the whole Italian league isn't slow.
Not all of it, but it still suit him. And I think he would come back. Tell you the truth, I reckon he would spend a little more time over in Italy, and maybe even come back even better, more finished player.
I don't know. Kane in Italy, nah, man. He's
Well,
just saying the Prem, man. Nah, man.
that's just
a
my
bit-
opinion on it.
That's dead, man. But the thing is,
You don't think he could make it in an Italian team?
I'm not saying he couldn't. I just think for him as a player playing for England, you know, he adapts. He adapted to the Premier League so well.
It
And
worked.
then
It worked for Ian Rush when
Yep.
he went and played for Juventus,
yeah, but that's like what 80s, man.
and he went and played for an Italian team. He was over there for a little while, and then he came back and he still played for Liverpool and Wales.
Yeah, but that's 80s, bro.
Yeah,
This
but
is
it's still the
2020.
same thing.
This is
He still had to
2020,
learn
man.
the language and still had to adopt their type of football. So what's the difference?
I know, but this is 2020, man. I'm not saying
It
it's going
should
to
be
happen,
easier.
but for Harry Kane, I just don't think it'll work. If
Oh,
I'm honest with you.
either way. Well, all right, that's my answer.
Okay, what Premier League team do you think you should go to? Because the person that was talking and explaining why he didn't go to Man City or United, he basically said that he won't win anything at Tottenham.
Tottenham can win something if they change their team up.
Because they haven't. The closest they've been to a trophy was when they versed Liverpool in the Champions League final, and they were
Yeah,
awful.
they
in
need to change their team up, right? And we know where they need to change their team up. They've got no creativity in that squad at all. There's no one that you could say will take that ball and create something in the midfield to the forwards. There isn't anyone there that could do that. There's
that.
not,
Realistically, no.
right?
Sadly,
The defence is so-so. The wingers, they run when they feel like it. The forwards, alright, yeah, they're knocking in the balls, but alright, Kane's working his butt off, but he's about the only one. Where's his backup?
yeah, I know Tottenham didn't play well. Right? They lacked enthusiasm against Everton. But you have to admit, as well, Everton were good in that game.
Yeah, well, Everton made them look like they were has-beens, didn't they?
In
They made Tottenham look poor.
I think in terms of possession-wise and dominating the ball and creating chances, yes.
And also, where's the ideas from Mourinho? He's supposed to be so much a special one. Why didn't he change the game up and put it in and change it up so that the team could play better?
I think he
He's
tried.
he's supposed to be the tactical brain behind it. He didn't do crap.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, you can put all the tactics out and you can set out instructions what you want your players to do. But at the end of the day, if your players aren't putting in the passion, belief, enthusiasm into their football, then there's nothing you
No,
can
but
actually do as a
to tell you the
manager.
truth, I don't even think Mourinho suits Tottenham. I
Seriously.
don't. No. You need someone who's got imagination.
You saying
He's-
Mourinho has no
No,
imagination?
he ain't got none, mate.
Where do you get that from?
He's a bit too old-fashioned.
As
He,
old-fashioned.
he needs to change up, mate. You know what they could have done with? They could have done one with someone with a bit of flair, an Italian. They could have done with your old manager.
Well, Sarri.
Not Sarri.
Oh,
Sarri's
Antonio
still-
Conte.
Conte would have been a
But
good
he's at
manager.
Inter.
Yes, but he would have been a good manager for Tottenham.
Probably, yeah. If I'm honest
Because
with you.
he's got imagination. He could change things up. He's not scared to try things.
But neither was Mourinho. What do you mean?
Mourinho will try things, but he'll then go back to his old method of freaking staying back and not freaking going forward, mate.
But he goes forward. What do you mean?
He does go forward, but he does that technique where once he gets a lead, he holds back. He doesn't go for it. Yeah, right. He rather get the win and just get out. Where you need someone who's a bit more adventurous than that, that will freaking go forward. Even if they get the goal, they want to get more goals. He doesn't do that. His tactics are kind of old-fashioned. He needs to change up, man.
I completely disagree with that. I think
Well,
in major matches, right, in the big matches with Mourinho, where people do expect him
listen,
to lose. I'm
listen.
just saying, when people expect him to lose, he actually does turn up and get the 3 points.
Listen, I'm not saying he doesn't win with his tactics. He does, but it's still old-fashioned. It's not exciting. When you go to football, you want to be excited. You want to be entertained. He's not that type of manager. I'm sorry, he ain't.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, let's say his tactics aren't. When he was with Chelsea, our football was entertaining. But guess what? We won. We
Yeah,
won 1-0 games.
You know why the football was exciting? Because you had people like Drogba, you had people like Frank Lampard, you had people like John Terry. those people had drive.
Don't get me wrong. They
Right.
were legends, but
But then again, listen what he did to Joe Cole. Joe Cole was a player who had flair, was good with skill, flicking the ball and everything, and he turned him into crap.
Oh, no, but why did Joe Cole
He
win
turned
his title?
that guy could have been the next Gaza.
Joe Cole did do skills at Chelsea.
No, he turned him into crap. It's honest
Why do
truth.
you win us the league?
Ask any West Ham player, right?
Why do you win us the league?
Ask any West Ham fan what he did to him. He turned him into rubbish.
Well, no, but he actually won us the league though against United.
Yeah, he may
He
have won
literally
you the
skill
league.
past 2 players in skill.
Yeah, but he was a better player than that. It was miles better than that. He turned him into crap. He's rubbish now, mate. He came to Liverpool and he could barely even pass the ball properly. He was rubbish.
That's Liverpool.
Because no, not because of Liverpool. Because he went to Mourinho.
I don't believe that. I
If he-
personally don't believe that.
He was a better player before he went to Mourinho,
Okay.
and that's a fact.
Okay, look at players like Eden Hazard before he went to Real Madrid, right before Conte and Sarri was a manager. He was at Mourinho. He did all the flicks and tricks, skill fast players. And the one manager he said he would want to play for, Eden Hazard, is Jose Mourinho. So
There's a lot
what
of
you're trying
people
to
say they would want to play for Mourinho.
Steven Gerrard
but
once
I,
said
I,
he would play for Jose
yeah,
Mourinho.
Steven Gerrard said he would play for Mourinho. But I personally think if he went to Mourinho, he would have Mourinho would have bugged him up.
I don't believe that.
He
I
wouldn't
think
have
he
been
would've
the
been a better
legend that he is now.
If Gerrard went to Chelsea
He
during
wouldn't
that
be
season,
he wouldn't be the legend that he is now. No chance.
personally don't believe that. I think if
Mourinho would have bugged him up.
Mourinho would have made him better. Would have given
No,
him. Would have
no
made him
chance.
captain.
No
More
chance.
leadership. More
He
instructions.
would have made him crap.
At the end of the day,
That's why. Thank God he didn't go to him.
you're
That's
lucky.
why. That's why the Liverpool. That's why the Liverpool fans love Gerrard so
You
much.
know, if he
Because
went to
thank
us, we
God
would have won
he
the
didn't
league.
go to. He
You know, if
wouldn't go to.
you know, if he went to us, we would have won the Champions League against you. You know, we would have been champions in that your team if he had come to us.
Well, he didn't know that.
So you're lucky.
He loved Liverpool too much, mate.
Lucky. It's his conversation.
And that
with
is
his dad.
why he's a legend at our club. Because
Read
he
it.
loves the club.
Read Steven Gerrard's biography, and it'll just tell you why he actually didn't go to Chelsea.
Yeah, he didn't go because
he stayed at Liverpool.
because his grandparents didn't want him to go.
His dad basically had a
Exactly.
We read about it.
Because his dad's a red through, mate. That's why.
We read about it. It's actually a very, very good book,
There you have it.
essentially. And this leads on to another question. So saying how Tottenham lack creativity in the midfield,
Yeah.
plus to Gareth Bale and everything like that, and into Harry Kane, how they lacked it.
Mm.
Alright, so essentially, speaking of creativity, your team have signed a creative player, as you told me earlier today.
Yeah.
As Man United and Liverpool were going head to head for this player, you signed him for 22 million.
Mhm.
So you actually got him on the cheap.
Yep.
I don't know why Bayern would sell him.
Well, I wouldn't
Because he
call
was-
him cheap. You know, he's 22 million plus
Plus add-on.
add-ons,
So it's probably
plus
more. It's
5 million if we get somewhere.
So it's probably what 90.
that's-
It's probably over 90 million, pretty much.
Yeah.
So essentially, you signed Thiago from Bayern Munich,
Yeah.
and
Brilliant buy.
saw clips on him. What do you think he will do for Liverpool? One person told me, was it? You actually told me this.
Mhm.
That if you sign this player,
Yeah.
Liverpool will win the league. Will
Yeah.
win everything.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that? What are your thoughts?
I personally think he's going to make the midfield solid. We're going to have a creative midfield. It'll just be like a freaking powerhouse. It'll be a powerhouse next to Henderson. We'll have creativity plus we'll have power. It'll be brilliant, man. Quality. You know, you can't. You go. But you know what?
Do you know what it is?
Frankie Boy wanted him. Man United wanted
Yeah,
him.
I understand that.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say
we
is,
all lost out, mate.
what I'm trying to say is, I know the player's good, but what I'm trying to say is, I'm thinking about your other players as well.
Yeah,
I
what
think
about?
you're gonna have that syndrome where you draw games again.
I don't think so.
But you think you're gonna be as good as you were last season, or even better as you were last season?
I think we're going to be better.
This, the way you play against Leeds,
Yeah.
you're telling me you're gonna be better.
Dude,
That's Leeds, bro.
dude, you haven't seen the new players we've got in there yet.
No, I'm just saying that's Leeds. You just
Yeah,
won that.
I know we
You
just
just
won
won
that,
that by a penalty.
but the new players didn't play.
I know the new players didn't
And,
play, but
and
even with
don't
that
forget,
squad,
don't
but-
forget, Klopp has already brought in 3 new players. He's brought this guy who's a major player in our idea for the team. Yeah, he's going to be a major player in our squad, right?
I know. But
Yeah.
what I'm saying is, even though you didn't have those new players in, you should have still beaten like smack Leeds 4-0.
Well, we know that because the man. Don't forget, Leeds, the manager, is he's a genius, isn't he? He's a genius manager. He's up there with the likes of Klopp and Pep, right? So, you know,
Tottenham could do with the manager like
I
that,
mean,
to be fair.
listen. you can tell that it was hard because Klopp turned to him and turned to the camera and said, well, this he was different. He's never said that about any other manager. He said he was different. That means the guy was freaking clever, right? I know that. I could see by the way they played. I could see that they were freaking.
Their pressing was a bit mad.
It was on it was on a different level.
Fair play to Leeds.
So imagine if he gets a few star players in that squad. They'll be hard to beat. Trust me.
100%. I think, what was it? You signing Thiago, you're going to play more passes in, more space will be created.
You can see that the guy can pass a ball, and you can see that he's more creative than what we have at the moment.
But is he going to play alongside Wijnaldum? Is he going to play alongside Henderson?
I do not know.
Fabinho?
You will have to answer the manager that. The manager will sort that out. But all I know is that he's a quality buy, he's a quality player, and yeah, I'm delighted.
We'll have to say, personally, I feel as though he is a good buy for Liverpool. He will make an impact, but I'm just thinking Liverpool will get that season where they just start to draw games. I think your team in the midway through the season will start to dim down because you will get injuries eventually. So
I'm not saying we were not injuries, but
I don't know. Every team gets injuries now and then.
We bought a few more midfield players, and we bought a striker. I believe.
Another striker. Who's that?
I can't remember what his name is now, but I believe we're looking at strikers. We're looking at a few players. I also believe that Marino's also looking for a striker as well.
He's looking for a backup striker in case Kane gets injured.
Yeah, a 6-footer guy he's looking at.
6-foot striker. That's actually good. If he's got skill and pace.
Well, apparently he's built like a brick house. He's like another Drogba.
Another Drogba. You said that. Is that what he said?
That's what he said. The guy's like another Drogba. His footwork is good, and he's about 6 foot something. He's built like a brick house.
Yeah, I'd love to see him.
And he moves like Drogba.
Moves like Drogba. Movement-wise.
He moves like Drogba. So, and I think they're going to buy him from some kind of small team. They can get it for a cheap price as well. So it could be a good deal. I don't know if it's going to go through, but a few people are looking at him. So hopefully he's up first, I think.
So that's the second signing we talk about. We'll talk about a third signing. Not a new signing, but someone that signed another 3-year contract. That is Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. So I think it was a few days ago, 6 days ago.
Yeah.
He signed a contract, a 3-year deal with Arsenal. So he's going to stay at Arsenal until 2023.
He is.
Now, this question I'm going to ask you. This is for Arsenal. How delighted they were that he signed a 3-year deal.
They're more than happy about it.
But for the player itself, do you think that's the best thing he could have done for himself, Aubameyang? Sign a 3-year deal with Arsenal. Bear in mind, they've won a trophy, but it's not major, is it?
No, but let's put this way, right?
I mean, he's been at Arsenal for what
He's
now?
comfortable at Arsenal, right? He's well loved there. He could have moved to another club and got another bigger move. He's not too old to do that.
But wouldn't you think, okay, I want to win Champions League, I want to win the major cups as a player?
Yeah, but he must think that. He must think he can win something with Arsenal to stay there, because at the end of the day, I mean, when Arsenal sort out their defence and their midfield, they're actually a good team.
Generally, do you think we'll see an Arsenal that will actually compete this time? Because
I think, well, we've sat here and we've watched them play some teams and they've played crap, but this season, I think it's different. The manager's sorted out. The manager's actually looked at the defence and started to do something with it.
Talking about this season, ladies and gentlemen, not the other seasons where Arsenal have literally been worse.
They've been toilet the other seasons.
Since they sacked Wenger, they've been worse. They haven't qualified for any Champions League.
All I keep hearing from Arsenal fans is, you remember when Wenger was there? Wenger was a T for their club, mate. He didn't do the. Yeah, he was a T. The only thing he brought into the squad was Henry, Bergkamp.
But he scored them goals.
Yeah, but he didn't sort out the defence for that squad. He didn't do that.
But he got them scoring goals.
Yeah, he got them scoring goals, but it was Henry who had the freaking, who was the driving light for that.
Henry, who he brought.
Yeah, all right. Let's put it straight here. Henry was playing for Juventus, right? Yeah, on the wing, right? And all right, he saw him playing there and he decided, oh, let me bring him over and play for Arsenal, pull up front.
Yeah, but he did more with the attack. He's the one that gave the players the instructions. He's the one that
Yeah, he
organised the
gave him the
formation.
instructions, but then afterwards, what happened?
I mean, he won them.
Yeah,
went invincible.
but once Henri left, yeah, he couldn't do anything else with him.
What do you expect? He left. What do you expect? That's like okay, Kenny Dalglish leaving. You're not gonna find someone who's like exactly like him, innit?
No, maybe not, but it's his job to find someone to replace him.
Yeah, he brought in Van Persie.
And he was rubbish.
What
And
do you
then
mean Van Persie?
yeah,
Van Persie.
all right. We're talking about Van Persie now, right? He got Van Persie. He had Van Persie there, and what does he do? He sells him to Man United.
Okay. Yeah.
What's the thinking behind that?
I don't know.
And then everyone says, "Oh, he had good thinking for the club." No, bullshit, mate. And then they did the whole stadium, charging the fans two grand for a season ticket. Are you mad? And then they all say, "Oh, he was such a good manager." No, he was bollocks,
he
mate.
was good back in the day.
No, he was bollocks.
He was good back in the day, 2000 era.
He should have sacked his arse a long time ago.
He was good during the 2000 era.
The manager.
Later on, that's when he became worse.
The manager that you have now has good intentions for your club. Yeah, right.
They're gonna play similar to Man City, let's be honest. Because he's been under Pep Guardiola for 2 years. So I think that's who Pep, pretty much.
Yeah.
Out of all the teams,
If you're
going to
learn,
Arsenal the most,
if
because
you're
he
going to
knows.
learn from someone, why not learn from the best? And Pep is the best. No matter what anyone says, he's the freaking best. He's better than freaking Mourinho. I'll tell you that for a fact.
I wouldn't say he's not better than Mourinho.
He's better than Mourinho.
He's not.
He's better than Mourinho.
Mourinho's won more titles.
He's better than
not
Mourinho.
He's not better than
When it comes
Mourinho.
to talking to players, when it comes down to tactics, that man is better than Mourinho.
Okay, listen,
Right.
listen. Let me put it this way. This is when Mourinho was at Chelsea, three years, right? 2004, 2005, won us the title, right? John Terry was the captain. He had Frank Lampard, he had Didier Drogba.
Yeah, and who did he learn his tactics from, Brandon? Who?
He learned it from
Brian Robson.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Have you ever watched Brian Robson?
Yeah, I've seen Brian Robson.
Who did Brian Robson manage?
He managed what? Newcastle. He managed big teams.
Yeah, and he managed England as well.
Yeah.
Right? If you see the way he managed a team here, right? It's completely different from Mourinho.
Yeah, but didn't Pep Guardiola learn these tactics from another man?
I'm not saying he didn't learn his tactics from a different man, but Pep's tactic way of managing is more nearer to Brian Robson than Mourinho's is.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Mourinho won titles with big teams. He won them with Inter Milan. He won them with Chelsea.
He may have won titles, but I don't rate. I'm sorry.
He's won more than Pep.
I don't. No, I think Pep is still a better manager because he's more of a. He's like in the same mode as Klopp. Klopp.
Yeah, but Mourinho's won more than Klopp, though.
Klopp likes to get close to his players, likes to be friendly with his players, likes to have a joke and a laugh.
Mourinho doesn't do that. Mourinho doesn't do that.
Well, I don't know. He always looks bloody miserable.
But that's on camera. What you see on camera is what you see on camera. Off camera, you don't see that.
I don't know.
In the documentary, in Tottenham's documentary, All or Nothing, you see the full picture.
Well, I don't know.
Klopp, you're gonna see he's all friendly because that's what you see on camera. You don't know what you see behind the scenes.
Maybe not. But
you never know what happens behind the scenes.
Every manager has a way of dealing with their players.
Exactly.
And at the end of the day, he can be good one side, he can be ruthless one side. But at the end of the day, his whole aim is to get results. And Klopp has done that.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, if your players play like bollocks, you're not going to be all friendly with them and all happy with them. You're going to say, okay, let's move on from this,
Well,
alright?
obviously, that's understandable.
So if his team's playing like complete bollocks, he's not going to be all friendly with them,
But the way Arsenal was the players have been taught there, right? You know, there's a whole heap of teething going on, mate. The chairman wasn't even interested in the club, mate. Come on, Arsenal was a joke. It's only now he's taking some interest. Now they've got a new manager in there, and the team is actually doing well. Oh, he now he wants to. He's the freaking chairman. Come on. But it's the fans have been putting up with the freaking crap for so many years, having to be. Imagine paying $2 grand for a season, mate. That's a lot of money, you know, dude.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Jesus. And don't forget, what's his name there? The manager at the time, yeah, he was getting paid a fortune. I didn't hear him turn around and say, I'm going to have a pay cut. He never said that he's going to have a pay cut.
Why would ever pay? It wasn't during the coronavirus thing. I think if it was during that, maybe we take the pay cut. Speaking of pay cuts, we mentioned Ozil. He didn't take a pay cut. most of the players did take a pay cut.
Well,
That's one thing. That's Ozil.
he's out of order. He should
I didn't even know.
Me personally, if he ain't gonna play for the squad, for the team, he should leave.
I think.
Just sell him and get decent players in.
I think
Simple as
Arsenal's
that.
highest paid player is now Aubameyang since he signed a 3-year deal. Personally, for Arsenal, it's a win for them. But for Aubameyang, I don't think it's a win. I know he's comfortable at Arsenal. He's there with the community, troops, everything like that. But I just don't think they'll win anything. I think they'll win a title. They'll win cups, but they won't win like the major title. I think Arsenal still lack something in that team.
I think if Arsenal buys another major striker,
If they buy, I don't even think I think if they buy another striker, a world class centre back.
yeah, and
then
someone who's creative in the midfield, yeah, you know, get rid of what's his
Because
name
they need more
get
depth.
and get creative players in the midfield to get that ball forward. Yeah, they'll win cups. They'll win a whole heap of load of cups.
Yeah, we'll just see how they do this season.
Right.
And that's just how it is, man. That's just how it is with Arsenal. Right,
That's our opinion on it, anyway.
Yeah.
If you've got anything to say about it,
Just leave a comment, man. Drop a
leave
comment.
a comment.
Don't forget to click the subscribe
If you
button as
think-
well.
If you think we're talking crap, let us know.
We are, mate, whispering the truth. But I am anyway.
Well,
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah,
As well.
yeah.
I am definitely. Well, you are. Shut up. Anyway,
Next question. This is the game you fell asleep, but you didn't even know that. I put the game on.
right.
Villa versus Burton Albion.
I don't remember it, mate.
So pretty much, I'll go through it. So essentially, right, this is what happened. So
Mm.
pretty much with Aston Villa, right, 5 minutes in the game,
Yeah.
Villa were 1-0 down.
Yeah.
Right, in like the first 5 minutes against Burton Albion.
Yeah.
One shot, one goal. All right.
Yeah.
It was pretty much the Jack Grealish show. I only watched the first half. It was pretty much the Jack Grealish show.
What's new?
Essentially, they actually played Grealish in the midfield.
Good.
On the left, left centre mid.
Yes.
And a left wing, I think they played Ramsey, and up front they played their new striker Ollie Watkins.
Good.
He's actually really good. Ollie Watkins he played for Brentford up front, essentially. So he bagged in loads of goals.
Good.
So he's basically started ahead of Samatta and Wesley, who I don't even know where Wesley is. So yeah.
And did they still play Mins at the back?
Oh yeah, they still play Tyrone Mings.
Oh crap.
Yeah.
Personally, they
They-
need to get rid of him, mate, and get a decent defender.
They need to
in,
buy
mate.
a new centre back, don't they?
The only good thing about Villa now is that they've got the Arsenal goalkeeper, which I think is a big mistake for Arsenal have got rid of.
Yeah, what is it? Grealish signed, was it a 5-year deal? No.
I think that is a major mistake for Arsenal because that goalkeeper was saving everything for them, and he was in great form, and they let him go to Villa. Major mistake that is. But a great buy for Villa, mate. Great buy for Villa.
Started was it? Ahead of Pepe Reina. And Tom Eaton.
Yeah, he's better than both of them put together.
Pretty much, yeah. But I think with Villa now, they're just, like you said, more creativity. I think every team needs more creativity, but it's like
They need two
two
decent defenders, right? And they need you got Greenish in, if he's going to keep Greenish in the midfield, he needs someone to help him in the midfield as well. But if he plays him in the midfield and continuously plays in the midfield and plays
Drouhan.
yeah, Houlihan, he's a good player.
I don't think it was. I think they were playing Nakamba, Grealish, and someone else in the midfield.
What about Trezeguet?
Trezeguet wasn't playing. It was El Ghazi, Ollie Watkins, and Ramsey.
Well, I don't understand why he doesn't play Trezeguet anyway.
I think Trezeguet is world class. I don't know if he's staying at Villa or if he's going. I don't know.
He's the nearest that they've got to a Salah at Villa. He's the nearest.
I thought it was Al Mohammadi.
No, no, it ain't, mate.
But he played. I don't know why he played, but he played in it.
Well, we'll
To be
see.
fair, Villa shouldn't have conceded against Burton Albion.
No,
Because God knows who they are.
no. Well, this is it. If you want a solid team, you've got to have a solid defence. You've got a decent goalkeeper, but you've got to have a solid defence. And Mins always
Facts.
seems to make freaking mistakes, and that's why I personally think he needs someone who's a big boy next to him who could freaking show him the ropes, mate. He makes too many mistakes.
Too many mistakes.
He does.
Yeah. What centre back do you think Villa could sign?
I don't know, but they need someone who's solid.
Speaking of centre backs,
Mm.
and a team that needs to fix up. What do West Ham needs to do, Dad? What do West Ham need to do?
Bloody hell, mate. That's a tall order with West Ham. All the old players that are in that squad
Shocking,
need to go.
That's shocking.
The whole defence needs a complete wipeout and redone. The midfield needs 2 creative players in there.
Flying replacement shit.
You've got one good attacker up front, which is I can't remember. It's the black boy.
And the black man,
Yeah,
Antonio.
he needs backup with him. He needs another player next to him that can back him up. You need 2 wingers on the
Antonio.
side. You need 2 wingers that can actually run and get past people.
Cross the ball.
That whole team needs revamping from head to toe, mate.
What do you expect when you got David Moyes as your manager?
No, the manager needs to go, mate. He's rubbish.
Yeah, David Moyes has been sacked by many clubs. So David Moyes is just. When I heard that West Ham got David Moyes, it was jokes.
Listen. As a Scottish manager, if you want someone to keep your club stable, he's probably the best man. But if you want excitement from your club, he ain't the man, mate.
You ain't getting none. But if you're getting David, you who West Ham should sign? Seven Blilik, not Seven Blilik. Sorry, that Leeds United manager. They could definitely do with him.
I don't know. They need someone, mate. They need someone who will bring a bit more life back to West Ham. There is no life there, mate. The whole spirit of West Ham's spirit is not there, mate. The bubbles is not bubbling, mate. The bubbles have popped, mate.
They fucking popped, bro.
They're popped big time, mate.
Speaking of, because there's no fans in there. When do you think they should let fans back in? Because
When they come out with a cure, mate.
Because the clubs obviously they get their money from the fan tickets, right?
Yeah.
Since there's no fan tickets, there's not a lot of money coming in.
No.
Because they want the government to uplift this virus thing, so obviously the fans can come in. When do you think it's the best time for fans to actually come into the
When they have a
stadium?
cure for it.
But
They
it
need
could
to
say,
get- they
but that's
need-
like me. But think about it though. Let's put it this way. That's like saying, okay, a cure hasn't come for cancer, but people
Yeah,
are
I
allowed
know
to
what
do
you
certain
mean,
things.
Brandon.
I don't think
But with this, each country is saying they've got a cure, but they're
it's
not releasing it.
This is the cure, right? You eat greens, right? You keep yourself healthy, all right? You keep yourself safe inside, not going into parties, right? Not
You
doing all
can't
this
be
bullshit.
going out partying and going clubbing and freaking
Social
going
blood
out
clot
and
distancing.
going
That's
out
what you
all
freaking
pubbing
do,
and
all right?
going to pubs and freaking restaurants. Bloody stupidness. Come on, use common sense. If you're going to be next to people, you're bound to catch it sooner or later. It's common sense.
Wear
man.
your mask. As some people should.
Yeah, exactly.
Wear your mask, right? And stay safe. That's what you gotta do, man. That's how you keep yourself safe. That's how you don't get the coronavirus. But, I think fans.
I'm going to freaking. You know what I'm going to do tonight? I'm going to have a party with about 30 people.
Yeah,
Fucking stupidness.
then Usain Bolt got the virus.
Then when everyone get the freaking virus, you go, no, I don't know how I got it. I don't know. I only had about 20, 30 people around me. Come on. Don't be stupid, man. Anyway.
That's what they gotta do at the end of the day. And another question that actually came. Well, obviously, this won't happen to him, but there'll be a lot of questions around it. So I put Lampard sack if he loses against Liverpool.
No chance. They will not sack Lampard.
They won't sack him, but there's going to be a lot of. Actually, to be fair, he shouldn't really get a lot of stick from it. Actually, no, he should because of the signings.
They won't sack him, but they'll give him a lot of stick.
We have to give Liverpool a fight, really.
Because they'll say to him, you bought all these signings. If they're not gelling, they'll have a go at him, but they won't sack him.
Do you know what it is?
They'll give him more. Anyway, they'll give him more time because it's Frank Lampard. Come on,
The
he's
thing-
a legend.
No, but the thing is, we should beat Liverpool.
You reckon you should beat
Do you know
Liverpool?
what it is? Do you know what it is? On 2 occasions, I don't. You can laugh what you want. On 2 occasions, right? We've actually been close to beating you.
You have been close. I'll give you that.
We've actually played
But
better.
we pulled out the bag and kicked you in the
It's
face.
only in Anfield where you've actually outplayed us. That's based on the goalkeeper. When at Stamford Bridge we should have beaten you, but obviously we got lucky and our goals got disallowed in the UEFA
But that's in
Super
the past, isn't it? We kicked your butt and you lost.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is it's
You're still bringing it up.
no. What I'm saying is we performed better than Liverpool. That's what I'm saying. We performed better, and he knows.
Yeah, you may
He
have,
knows we performed better.
you
and
may
we
have,
should have won
you
the
may
game.
have performed
Alright.
better, but you still lost.
And I reckon.
And that's the main
I reckon
thing.
on Sunday.
We still put the goals in the net
I reckon
and
on
made you look
Sunday.
like crap.
If,
So,
if Hakim Ziyech comes back, if Thiago Silva comes back, Ben Chilwell comes back,
well, this is
Christian
where we'll
Pulisic-
see, won't we?
Christian Pulisic still self-isolating. When our main players come back and they're in the right positions, we'll kick your ass. 100.
We will see how it goes.
100%.
We will see.
I don't think Lampard will get sacked, but there'll be a lot of speculation around
You
why.
know what the real
So
test.
it's based on the performance.
You know
really.
what the real test will be. Yeah, all right, it'd be us as well. But when you play someone like Leeds, when you play Leeds and you
Oracle
can
will beat
dominate them, then I'll see if your team,
Yeah,
if
sure it
your
is.
squad's really good.
We won't dominate Leeds, but I reckon we'll nick a win.
Well, we'll see.
I reckon we'll nick it.
I don't know. I think you'll have a big surprise, mate. Trust me, to you.
Oh, video has uploaded. Video has uploaded, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, you got to give it a plug. Let them know where it is.
Yeah, new videos uploaded, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. Right, Premier League prediction week 2. So yeah, make sure you click onto that video.
Very interesting video. It is. It's
42 bloody minutes long.
It's a very long video, but it's very interesting. You'll get some jokes from it. Trust me.
Will we get jokes from it?
Well, yeah, of course we will.
You sure? Okay, I don't know why that person comes up. But alright, yeah, the video's out right now. 14 people have already watched it. Bloody hell. Oh,
There
man.
you go. You see, people are watching it at this present moment.
Click
So
that subscribe button right now, alright?
Just subscribe.
See with these
and
Premier League
watch.
predictions, right?
Exactly.
We're gonna do every freaking week.
Yeah. See what
Don't
our opinions
The
are
only,
on it.
do you know the only hard thing about it is going to be though the Christmas period, because that's when every game's coming fast. So then
Yes.
we'll pretty much have one day to record it and then one day to upload it. We've got to
Well,
cope with
we
this.
just have to keep up with it, won't we, ladies and gentlemen? We'll just have to do our best. If we're not pissed by that time, Christmas time, anyway.
You'll be pissed.
No, I'll be alright, mate.
Do you know what, I'm going to wake you up. I'm going to try and wake you up like, Dad, we've got a
What the
prediction.
fuck? Down again? No,
And you're going to be like,
alright.
what prediction? I'll be like,
Where is it? What day is it? Anyway, we'll see.
the other one did bits, like 285. How much you buy that one?
Okay. Right. So, any more?
No, that's it.
Is
I'm
that it?
joking, there's more. How long have we been recording for? I don't even.
I don't know.
Remember the last time we were recording, the camera shut out on us.
It broke down on us, eh? Something like that. We ran out of.
Because you wouldn't shut
film.
up, basically.
Anyway,
You kept talking.
what else have we got?
What else? Alana gone to Brighton.
I think that is a great buy
Why is that a great buy?
because Alana is a very skillful player.
And why'd you get rid of him?
We got rid of him because of age, basically.
What do you mean age? He's not old. What do you mean?
Well,
How old's Alana? Let me check.
let's put it this way: the manager decided, that he wasn't suited for us, and that was it. He maybe wanted someone better. That's up to the manager.
Are Tottenham playing today? No, they're not.
But he's still a good player, still a quality player.
Tottenham are playing at 5 Europa League.
Well, we'll have to see that. Anyway.
Freaking heck, I didn't even know that. That's okay. So pretty much it's the same lineup. It's the same lineup as usual.
Well, do you think they'll win that match?
Probably because it's an unknown team. Well, they should. If they don't win it, then they're just shit on it.
There you go.
Freaking heck.
Anyway,
Why would you sit here, man? See, we could have done it in the sun. You're
alright.
You're not freezing.
I'm alright.
Yeah,
Right.
you're alright. I'm freaking out. Anyway, okay.
What else? Who else?
Who else? Should Harry Kane leave Spurs?
Should Harry Kane leave Spurs?
Like we already said.
Well, we went through that already, didn't we?
Yeah, these are literally the questions. You see, when we answered all these questions,
Yeah.
we already answered these questions.
Jesus. Well, it looks like that's it.
Well,
people.
that's it. That's it. The podcast.
It's a mad podcast, this is it.
Yeah.
We've run out of questions.
So,
we're going to
yeah.
call it a day, you know what I mean?
yeah, if you guys enjoy this video, make sure you leave a like, subscribe. I'll see you guys in a bit.
It's a mad interview. There you go. Later, people.